Hi guys, and welcome back to Nick's Home Renovation. I am super excited to say that my wife and I have just purchased the house behind me. It is a 3-bedroom 1955 property, and as you can see, my favourite thing about the property, you might guess from people that have followed me before, it's got a huge side plot which we're hoping to extend on, and it's a real project, so it's going to be well over a year's work. It's got a swimming pool, which is something I can't wait to show you guys in a bit. The property probably hasn't been touched in 40 odd years. It's had the same owner since it was built in 1955, which I really like. They've really looked after the place as well. It's immaculate, but it's a bit of a time warp. So I'll take you through the property and I'll talk as I go, but there's some really fascinating things such as a pink bathroom, the swimming pool definitely, a 165-foot garden by 65-foot wide garden, so that's huge, probably more than I can handle, but we'll see. But plenty of space to build on. So starting from the front, even the front garden is a lovely size. So this on the left hand side is about 7.5 meters, and the plan is to emulate this over there and have a double story side extension. It's got a double length garage on the front and a nice big drive. As I say, even the garden, the front garden, is a really nice size and probably more than I can handle, as I'm living in Brixton, not used to mowing a lot of lawns. As you come into the property, the hallway is my least favourite thing, and the thing that will actually be changing so much. So for one, the stairs go completely the wrong way in my opinion, and they actually really sort of infringe on your head height when you walk in, and the door even hits this return here. So our original plan is to take these stairs out, put a new staircase in and flip them the other way. So we'll come up here, return, and then come up to what will be a bit of the bathroom, which I'll show you upstairs in a bit. This will give you much better head height in here. It'll actually create this sort of double height space in here as you walk in, bringing in loads of light into the downstairs hall, and will instantly make a big difference. I've got my fuse board, gas meter, etc. under here, but that's no issue because the stairs will just be going the other way and that can sit under there. Again, you're met with this hallway cupboard. So it's got the immersion tank, which can obviously go as we're renewing everything. And it's got this big chimney breast, which again, I will be removing from top to bottom, the whole thing eventually. So that will really open up this space. So I'll put the plans of what we hope to have done alongside my video to show you. But as it is now, this is a double length living room. You've got, I love the old features here, the old fireplace, the lights, even the polystyrene tiles, despite being a complete fire hazard. I just love that you can see the history of it as you go around. I've got some amazing wallpaper upstairs, even these shelving units and bookcases and things. Job number one for me when we get the keys on Friday will be to remove the lean-to. So we've got this one, which was obviously built as a little maybe dining area to look out to the garden. That will be being removed. And then look at this garden. Huge, 165 foot. And that thing in the middle that looks a bit like an alien ship is a swimming pool that is definitely getting removed. And I'll explain how later. So some interesting things about the old owners is that they bought it brand new in 1955, lived here their entire lives, which I really like. The fact that we're the second owners and it's been close to 70 years is such a nice thing. Downstairs loo. And you can see by going around that the owners have looked after it. It's in such nice condition for something this old. It's also clean as well. The owners are obviously really caring and love the property. A little bit of storage in here. And out this window you can see 7.5 meters, which we're hoping to extend. Got the boiler over here. Obviously everything is being changed here, but essentially the plan is once you walk in this front door, these two rooms will be converted into a storage cupboard and downstairs loo, and we're going to create a walkway this way to go into a whole new section, which I'll explain when I'm outside. So starting with the side, so we're hoping to take this up to sort of 1 metre from the border as required, and what this space will be at the front will be a playroom for our daughter, and then next to it a little coffee area, and then as you walk through some doors here, this will then be a lovely big living room going all the way to the back of the house, because we're also going to extend 4 meters from the end of this house here, which basically comes to sort of where the end of this patio is, and we're going to take that the whole way along except for at the back of the garage. So you can imagine the house coming all the way out here, all the way along, and then all of this infill. So this is just single story at the back here, and then double story in this gap here, and I'll show you more upstairs later. The second lean-to I'll be taking down will be this one. This just leads to the back of the garage. You might be able to see through here. Got a double length garage, which is really useful. And now I'll show you the swimming pool, which is just hilarious. So I imagine this was done by the old owners. Look at the length of this garden, it just goes on and on and on and on. We've got some lovely mature trees though, definitely keeping all the lovely mature trees. Shame it's winter and we can't see them properly. And then we've got the pool. So we've got this big concrete base that I'll have to dig up, and then about 3 foot of swimming pool, and I'll try not to drop the camera. All the pipe work and things come over here. It's actually massive as well, but it's 100% got to go because it is England and it will just not get used at all, and it will probably bankrupt us if we were to keep it. Got some storage back here all the way at the end of the garden. The owner had a train set in here. I'm not sure if it's still here. It's vacant possession, so it's probably been cleared. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, so the train set's been taken, but this is where the owner used to hang out with his trains. You see there's a few little houses there, that's pretty cool. Nice big place to get away at the end of the garden. Put this back in here. This old barbecue's got to go, and as you can imagine, all these things have got to go at the end of this garden. It's going to be a big workout, like this greenhouse, shed in the corner, and then this one over here. Got to traipse all the way up the garden, but it'll be worth it in the end. But I just love the swimming pool, it's hilarious. Don't know how easy it will be, but I really want to keep all the trees, but these ones are just sort of in such a funny position that I don't know how easy it would be to dig these up and move them to the end of the garden, because I like to see the whole length of the garden, and this bit of a, you can only see so far. It's not something I like. Something else you might notice in this house, concrete guttering. We definitely have to remove that. As A, reportedly they're not very good from many surveyors and architects I've spoken to. B, really unattractive, and we're doing so much work anyway, they must go. So again, just to roughly, I'll put a floor plan on, but the plan will be big hallway up here. Off of the hallway will be a downstairs loo, storage facility, and then open up to a big kitchen diner. So we're going 4 meters, single story out the back, and then on this left hand side, double story to really open up upstairs, and then create a little playroom for our daughter over there, and a sofa and things to have coffee. Coming up the stairs, how amazing is this wallpaper? I feel like I saw this in my nan's house years ago. More polystyrene tiles, and this pink bathroom. Now I feel like I should sell these fittings because I'm sure someone will want them. I know they're dated, but I actually like them. They've got something about them, they've got some character. I feel like these bathrooms always used to be pink or green. And again, some very dated tiles. But everything is immaculate. Little cool thing about the owners of this place is they were actually aeroplane designers. I thought that was quite interesting when looking on the deeds about them. So maybe they built the pool and designed the pool as well. So the stairs are obviously flipping the other way. So we have this nice double height aspect here. I really like these 3 windows. I think they're pretty cool up here. A bit different from your usual house. Stairs will come the other way and will essentially come up here in the floor of the bathroom. Next to this, we'll obviously remove this big storage, and there'll be a corridor going to what will be the new part of the house, which is that new extension on the side plot for a bedroom. This is that chimney breast, which just completely dominates all of the hall and all of the landing, and will be my project over the months to chip away at that, starting above the roof when the scaffolding's up, and then remove the whole thing, because the chimney stack just seems to ruin the whole landing, in my opinion. Really takes all the light away and dominates the space. This is the current master bedroom. So it's 3 bedrooms at the moment, and it will be 4 by the time I'm done. Really nice space. Lots of fitted wardrobes and things that need to be removed. And again, love the dated lampshades. But all of this really well looked after, but obviously very dated and will need to go. So this will become our 4th bedroom. Another bedroom, more storage space. And you can see some things on the walls to do with trains and aeroplanes. So the old owners clearly had like an engineering background, especially if they're in aeroplane design. I find that really interesting. This will become our 3rd bedroom and will be our first ensuite. So essentially there's a storage cupboard here with, as you can see, a lot of width. And then a storage cupboard in each of these 2 bedrooms here and over here. So if you imagine these storage cupboards completely gone, then this essentially knocked through will become the ensuite for this bedroom on the right. So this over here will then become the bathroom, because we lose our bathroom for the stairs and the corridor to the rest of the new part of the house. And then this room will become the bathroom. Nice size for a bathroom, not too big. I never think bathrooms need to be too big. We just want a bath for our daughter, a toilet and a sink, because we have showers in the en-suites. And then the only thing I'm tempted to do is just to square this off slightly as it comes through a bit of a funny angle here. So even though it'll be losing space in the bathroom, I think squaring this off will just make this hallway seem nicer. And it's only internal thin brick. Again, loving all the things of the past in here. The wallpaper, the lampshades, the lights. Always lights by the windows in those days, to do with the reflection on the glass. So yeah, basically, and then actually let's show you another good view of this garden, because you can see through the glass. Lovely size of garden. I have no idea how I'm going to maintain it, but I think we'll get to that once we move in a year or so. And then over that side of the house, beyond that window, there'll basically be a bedroom at the front and a bedroom at the back. and both bedrooms will have en suites, as you'd imagine in these new builds. So it'll be 4 bedrooms up here with 3 en suites. And actually, funnily enough, this room, which is the master now and the biggest, is the only one without an ensuite, but it's a lovely size and will be a really nice guest room someday. So that is the tour. So I am super excited to get going. I get the keys in 4 days. And it'll just be a project for me over the next year to year and a half. I'm guessing, I don't actually know the actual size of the floor plan, but I'm guessing this house is around 12 to 1300 square foot as it is, and the ultimate plan is to make this around 3000. So 6.5 meters out on the side by the whole depth of the house, and then 4 meters all the way across the back. And what I didn't say earlier, actually, sorry, is how this room is being split up. So this room here is going to be a study, so we're going to put a stud wall in here. Unfortunately, this fireplace has to go. It's in such an unusual spot, and obviously that chimney stack is blocking the whole hallway and the whole landing and really just gets in the way. So there'll be a stud wall across here, and we'll create a study here, and then the rest of this room will be a large utility, and then where this lean-to is will be a part of the new extension, the single-story extension, and this will be our kitchen in this corner here. So the kitchen will look out, and part of the reason we're not taking it the whole width across there is because we want a window in here, and otherwise if you took it the whole width then you wouldn't have a window facing that way. So then all of this space out here will be extended as well. So sorry, yes, back to what I was saying. So it's going to be a big project. I'm obviously doing this around working for clients as well, so I'll be here as much as I can. I've already had quotes from my builders and accepted those quotes. Obviously people I've worked with for many years, so I got those sort of in before I made the offer on the property to make sure we could afford it. It's going to be a huge project, and I'm hoping we put the planning in the next couple of weeks, and then that comes through for sort of April or May. And in the meantime, I'm going to be clearing, as you can imagine. Starting with maybe the polystyrene tiles, as it just scares the living daylights out of me with just being a fire hazard. And then taking out these lean-tos too, just because that will get in the way of the builders when they start the foundations back there. Other than that, it's obviously like the 1936 bungalow you guys all saw, where we're renewing everything. So pretty much everything's going to change. The only real thing that I think can last is the front door. I think the front door is quite attractive. Otherwise, it's all been rewired, replumbed, new boiler, everything. Some hazards about this place is that because it was built in the 50s, it's a concrete floor on the ground floor, which is always such a pain for so many reasons, such as my wiring and the plumber's pipes, but it just means more hard work, chasing lots more walls, but something I can share along my way about the woes of doing it. This property is for my wife and I and our daughter, so she's currently 16 months, so I'm hoping by the time it's done, you know, she's definitely not 3 yet, otherwise I'll be panicking that's taken too long, but we'll see. I can't wait to share this journey with you. I'm going to be documenting everything on my Instagram. I've changed my Instagram name to YouTube Reno, which is very simple, and I'll be putting as many videos as I can on YouTube as well. Thanks to everyone for subscribing and watching. I can't wait to hear your thoughts about this. Anything you think I should do differently, I'd love to hear. It's a really tough one because obviously you want to go crazy, but everything's so expensive these days in the building industry. So we're going to do it as much as we can, where I'm doing a lot of the work myself to save money. And hopefully it turns out to be amazing, and I can't wait to live here in 2024 sometime. Also guys, what I forgot to mention is my friend and I in the last 6 months have been working on something that I think will be beneficial to you. It's certainly been beneficial to me. It's a DIY comparison website. So I spend all my days looking for the same product across all websites. So for example, say something like a Velux window. It's the same product, the same sizes, the same quality, but you always, you know, go to B&Q, go to Homebase, go to Wix, and just make sure who's doing it the cheapest. So I spent so much of my life doing this. I thought, why has nobody ever made a website like that? So my friend and my friend's got a bit more of a design background. We've been working on it. It's called renovationlinks.com. Simple, does what it says on the tin. Basically lots and lots of links for your renovation to save you money. So I'm starting with like as many categories I can do, but it's basically things that I buy a lot of. So for example, plasterboard, timber, cable, insulation, so all those big ticket items that regular DIYers like you guys buy a lot of. So I'm hoping you guys find it useful, but it'd be really nice to get your feedback on it. It's really early days and it's obviously a lot to maintain for two guys uploading all the links, but essentially you can just go on there, find the product, find what you need, and it will show you where the cheapest place to buy it is, and it will show you all the prices. So something might be the cheapest, but you might have a B&Q nearer your house, for example, that you prefer, but everything's there listed, and then you just go on the link for free. The website is completely free, and then we also will start doing emails every week or so, giving you guys deals. So when there's 2-for-1 deals or bank holiday deals, we'll also get you on that. So please sign up to the email subscription at the bottom of the website as well. As I say, completely free, and would love to hear your feedback on it. It's been a little project of mine, putting so much work into finding all the links, checking everything, and trying to help you guys out get the cheapest deal, because at the end of the day, the products these places are selling is mostly the same. So why pay more? So please let me know what you think. And my web design skills are very poor, so be nice. Thanks very much.